Hi, I'm Brian Johnson, and welcome to Better Cocktails at Home. So we're here in our home bar, and we're making the last drink in our February series on drinks of Disneyland. We've started with a drink from Trader Sam's, which is a really tasty drink, the Angolata. After that, we went on to a drink from Disney World from the 70s called Seven Seas, and then we did a drink that was inspired by an ice cream in Disneyland with, it was kind of original from Colonel Tiki, and that's the concert feature. So we've done 3 really cool drinks. So for the last one, I wanted to do an original cocktail from Disneyland, and so we're gonna do a cocktail from Club 33 called the Boule Fwi, and it's a really cool cocktail, and I haven't really seen a published recipe for it, right? So anything out there is people kind of put their own take on it. And so I kind of, I visited Club 33. I think I was there when I had this drink was 2018 maybe, or somewhere around there. I can't remember exactly, but it was a few years ago. But I did have it at Club 33 in the Salon Nouveau. It was super tasty, and so I was really excited to kind of make it and create it again because I really liked it at the time. So one thing that's cool about this drink is that we get to play a little bit of detective work. So when you have a cocktail you don't have the recipe for, right, such as this one, you kind of have to use different clues, right? So one source of information is from the cocktail I had. I tasted it. Probably a more important source of information is the menu itself. And so if you look at the menu, the Boule Fwi is, the menu lists cognac, right? So we're kind of like, all right, great. We know that's an ingredient. So I've got a cognac here. Dry curaçao. This is pretty much the standard dry curaçao right now. It's tasty. It lists Caribbean pineapple, right? So that could be a couple different things. It lists absinthe. All right, absinthe, pretty straightforward. Lime, that's another easy one. And then cinnamon. And so you kind of look at those. So we know those are all the flavors in it, right? So you kind of start with constructing a cocktail from, I usually start from a place of sort of standards, right? So typically a cocktail is going to have around 2 ounces of base spirit in it, right, for a cocktail like this. So I usually start with that. Then you kind of look at some other stuff, and part of it's just kind of playing with ratios, right, of how much each one. I think this one, though, so the Caribbean pineapple is really interesting because there's actually a liqueur called Caribbean pineapple from Giffard. It's really tasty. And so I was kind of interested in seeing if I could incorporate that house since it sort of calls it out versus just pineapple. And so I'm going to kind of interpret that a couple different ways. So the menu is a key source in our ability to try to decode this drink, if you will. And so I had a lot of fun with it, and we're going to make it right now. So these are kind of the specs I came up with based on my, flavor memory of when I actually had it at Salon Nouveau, and then just based off the menu itself, the description. So let's get started making it. All right, so I'm gonna start with our base spirit, right? So it calls for cognac. So we're gonna do 2 ounces of cognac here. Put that off to the side. And we'll start with that. I've been using the Pierre Franc 1840 for a long time in this show. It's a great product, perfect for mixing. All right, let's add that. So then the next ingredient, somewhere I saw the recipe, on the actual menu is dry curaçao, right? So typically with a thing like this, I'm gonna do, usually I start with around 1/2 ounce, just to kind of see. And so I'm gonna do that. And I've made this drink a few different ways now, so this is not the first time making this. So I'm gonna do 1/2 ounce of dry curaçao. There, add that. The next thing listed on the menu is the Caribbean pineapple. Now this is where I'm gonna get a little creative. I'm gonna do 1/2 ounce of this Caribbean pineapple liqueur. And then I'm gonna do 1/2 ounce of pineapple juice. And so the reason I'm kind of splitting it is because I think the Caribbean pineapple actually gives it kind of a candied pineapple flavor to it. So this gives it that fresh pineapple. So I'm kind of going for a little bit of both here. Add that. Next on the menu list is absinthe. Typically absinthe is a very forward spirit, so it's very present, makes it known. So we're gonna do a 1/4 ounce of this, because you could taste it in the original drink. So it's definitely there. It's more than like just a dash probably. So we're gonna do a 1/4 ounce. And then next it lists on the menu is lime. So lime, again, this is kind of personal preference to some degree, right? What you like, how much. I like lime a lot, so I'm gonna do a whole ounce of lime juice. And so we're gonna make this super limey and tasty. I play with a little bit less lime, and it was a little too sweet for my taste. So I found that 1 ounce seemed to kind of work well with the other ingredients in the ratio I'm doing it at. And we're gonna just fine strain now to get any pulp out of it. All right, and the last thing it lists is cinnamon. So typically when you have drinks like this, cinnamon is generally incorporated as a syrup. And that is by far and away the most common in terms of just, really, you just garnish with a cinnamon stick, but it's not going to impart as much flavor to the drink, whereas a syrup really integrates well. And so I think that's probably what they're doing. So I've got Society of Syrups. Colonel Tiki runs this. They're great, delicious syrups. And so we're going to do a 1/2 ounce of cinnamon syrup. And that's everything that is on the menu. It's in this drink. And so we're going to shake it up right now. All right. We're going to shake nice, long, and hard for about 10 seconds. Boom. All right. Now, so it's Club 33 Tiki mug. I really enjoy this one. It's actually a really nice weight to it. It's pretty heavy in the base. I like it a lot. So we're going to strain this in here. It's kind of a nice light yellow color. It's very appealing. So now we got to add our ice, right? Our pebble ice here. This is actually a really important ice because it kind of melts with the drink. And so it kind of changes the flavor, allows you to drink it longer. All right. And finally, we've got Club 33 swizzle stick, a straw, and then some mint. And that is the Boule Fwi. So the Boule Fwi actually is Creole for burnt fruit. And so let's give it a try here. Pineapple really comes through. You get the absinthe. It's just a really nice kind of creative mix of flavors that I particularly enjoy a lot. So yeah, this is a Salon Nouveau Club 33 original drink. And so, yeah, it's just one of those that I like the flavors. It's fantastic for you get the mint and the aromatics of that. The pineapple's coming through. The cognac's kind of in the background a little bit, but I think that happens with cognac in cocktails a lot. But it provides a nice base for everything else. So, beautiful little cocktail. And I totally miss having it at Club 3. That was a super fun time. I really enjoyed it. Salon Nouveau is incredible. Super fun bar to go to. If you ever get the chance, highly recommend it. But yeah, that's the Boule Fwi. Club 33 Disneyland, and that's the last of our Disneyland drinks. So thank you so much for watching Better Cocktails at Home, and we're going to see you on the next episode.